You're tuned to Jazz Haven, broadcasting live from studios in downtown New Haven, Connecticut at WNHH 103.5 FM and on the web at newhavenindependent.org and at WETF, the jazz station. That's 105.7 FM, South Bend, Indiana. Streaming at Jazz Radio, WETF.org. Your host here is Stan, the man with the jazz.
the pain and the tears that would fall through it all. Our love remains. People change, people grow. We're no different, this I know. But one thing still remains the same. Our love remains. Angry times we've been through, angry times that led us to something new. Anger is making love. We build our life on love to make it through. Only love gets us through. All the times we're apart, building dreams and planning schemes. We hope we'll grow. It's good to know love remains. Our love remains. Love
That's special guest vocalist Carmen Lundy. And she's special guest to alto saxophonist Bobby Watson off his latest release, Back Home in Kansas City. And her brother, Curtis Lundy, is there on the bass, with Victor Jones on the drums, Cyrus Chestnut, piano, Jeremy Pelt, trumpet, and, of course, Bobby Watson on the alto. Now, Bobby Watson and his wife, Pamela, wrote that tune. It's called Our Love Remains. And we started Jazz Haven with Milford, Connecticut's Darren Litzy on piano with his band, and off his latest release called My Horizon. It's on Summit record label. And we heard the tune You'd Be So Nice to Come Home To, Cole Porter, with Chris DeAngelis on the bass, John Wright. He will be performing in his own hometown tomorrow night. A little bit more about that when we give you that jazz calendar. Coming up on Jazz Haven, we got some heavy hitters. We got the #1 jazz recording in the country, bassist Buster Williams, baritone sax man Jason Marshall. But first, new music from guitarist Mimi Fox and her organ trio. Lots of new music that's set. And going down in the background is a band that calls themselves the Heavy Hitters. And I guess they know what they're talking about. It's Eric Alexander on the tenor sax, Jeremy Pelt on trumpet, Vincent Herring alto sax, the two Washingtons, Peter Washington bass, Kenny Washington drums, and Rael Missick on guitar. And the name of the release, the album, is Heavy Hitters. And it's on Cellar 20 music label. The tune we heard was Chainsaw. And that was written by Eric Alexander. And Alexander and Eric Alexander and the pianist there are the two leaders of that band. Having a senior moment. Can't remember who I'm talking about. But Eric Alexander is one of the co-leaders of the Heavy Hitters. And we began that set with another brand new release from guitarist Mimi Fox and her organ trio. She has Brian Ho there on the Hammond B3 organ and Lorca Hart on the drums. The name of the tune we heard was For Django Avec Amour, and she wrote that tune. Name of the release is For Wes, and she's referring to two jazz greats there in terms of Django Reinhardt, the late great, and the late great Wes Montgomery. That's released on Origin Records, all here on Jazz Haven this afternoon. The Jazz Haven Jazz Calendar is a quick rundown of some of the jazz in the area this week. It's Wednesday, and you can be sure that each and every Wednesday you can catch Gil Hawkins and his jazz collective at the Owl Shop, downtown New Haven. Performances are from 9 until midnight. No music, cover charge, NMCC. On Thursday, April 6th, it's well-known bassist Jeff Fuller and friends for Jazz at the Mac. That's the Milford Arts Center, now located at the former railroad station house, which has cabaret seating. And that's Jeff with pianist from Milford, Darren Litzy, and bassist Ben Bellello. Performance begins at 7:30. And on Friday, for that great listening experience, join jazz historian Frank Cochran at the Institute Library. 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. to 7, I guess it is, downtown New Haven. You can listen to rare and classic recordings from the Institute's extensive vinyl collection. This week, they're focusing on Duke Ellington from 1938 to 1940. That's both before and after Billy Strayhorn. Should be interesting. And maybe you didn't know that April is Jazz Appreciation Month. Connecticut's premier jazz spot, the Side Door Jazz Club up at the Old Lime Inn, is combined with the Hartford Jazz Society this Friday to produce a Jazz Appreciation Month jam session featuring drummer Alvin Carter's Confluence of Influence. They start at 7 p.m. and then musicians can join in after the first set. The Side Door is providing a bass, amps, drum kit, and piano. And musicians can bring their own instruments as well. Admission for musicians is free. And at the side door on Saturday night, it's vibraphonist Tyler Blanton and his quartet, with performances beginning at 8:30 p.m. On Saturday, April 8th, it's that historic jazz jam at Cafe 9, downtown New Haven, from 4 to 7 p.m. All musicians are welcome to sit in after that first set. NMCC. And on Easter Sunday, April 9th, the Lobster Shack is closed for Easter. But on the second and fourth Sunday of each month, and this being the second Sunday, 3 p.m., the Monk Youth Jazz and Steam Collective Incorporated has Jazz Sundays at the Trowbridge Center at East Rock Park in New Haven. On Monday, once again, it's Pat Todd's Tuxedo Junction. It's that swinging 17-piece big band in Guilford from 7 to 8:30 p.m. NMCC. And finally, on Tuesday, April 11th, you can join Kevin St. James and his quintet at Christopher Martin's, New Haven. Music is from 8 to 11 p.m. NMCC. So that concludes the jazz calendar. Go to jazzhaven.org for the complete calendar and updates. And I would like to mention that you should go to that jazz calendar on the website jazzhaven.org, because you can get all of the details, how much things cost. You can, in some cases, purchase tickets from a link in the calendar. All you have to do is click on the event. So that's jazzhaven.org for the complete calendar and updates. So check out some jazz this week. It's America's only original art form. Here's the #1 jazz recording in the nation. New Haven's own guitarist, Ed Cherry.
The world on a string, sitting on a rainbow. Got the string around my finger. What a world, what a life, I'm in love. I've got a song that I say, I can make a rainbow anytime I hold my finger. Lucky me, can't you see I'm in love? Life is a beautiful thing, long as I hold a string. I'd be a silly, silly soul if I should ever let go. I've got the world on a string, sitting on a rainbow. Got the string around my finger. What a world, what a life, I'm in love.